And we're live.
We're live! Hi, I'm Safi.
And I'm Mystic.
And this is a Lore Together live stream of Skies of Arcadia, which apparently will never end because it's just been going on for a while.
Not with the little Jack Phineas.
Little Jack Phineas. Little Phineas. Little Phineas is, again, like the craziest name, but I love it.
But we're stuck on this ship that can't take anything more than the base weapons. So,
yeah,
like, when we get stuck in a battle, it just takes
forever. So we thank you for hanging in there with us. But anyway, so where did we last leave off, Mystic? Because it feels like forever ago, considering the holidays just happened around.
Last we left off, we were... You know, I don't actually know how to get back to...
Oh, it's our last live stream of 2022.
And it's Skies of Arcadia, that makes sense. It's almost been a whole year of Skies of Arcadia.
It has. It really has.
We left off, we got Icky Mick.
Oh, yeah, we got the Scholar. Alone in their little Skyland.
Skyland, oh gee.
On the fly, right there. I just said that.
Skyland.
Skyland.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. So.
We have a couple other people we can go grab. I figure we could grab some crew, and maybe if we have time, go to the Maw of Tartarus.
Maw of Tartarus.
Yeah.
Mauve.
Actually, I think we might be able to get a few of these people.
Okay.
So.
Well, thanks for joining us today, guys. If you have, it's only a couple days left in this year. Oh, here we go. Voice acting.
You want to go beneath Valois? Sure. You want to take the wheel? All right, here, take the wheel.
Good evening, Everett. Good to see you as always. I'm glad you made it. I feel bad because with the holidays and also our somewhat waning presence on Twitter, we have not been updating as much as I'd like to, so I'm glad you're able to make it. If anybody has any alternate social media they'd like to suggest, we're open ears. We're not going to make any promises, but we've got open ears. Because essentially, it's been suggested for security reasons you shouldn't have Twitter on your phone. So we have decided to not have it on our phones. And that's been the easiest way for me to update stuff for our social media. And it just didn't. I have not been on there as much as I used to. So I might post that on our Discord as well if you decide to join us there. The Discord's a great way to get in contact with us. We both have our eyes on that.
Yes.
Our Instagram is a great way to contact us because I keep eyes on it. I need to be better at scheduling the posting for that. Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Did you like that? Can you tell I was raised Catholic? I had to confess my sins of managing our social media right there. Everett goes, I just assume you will be doing things at this time on Thursday. I happened to notice your Sunday stream. I'm so glad you noticed it. Generality. Ahoy, Generality. Thank you for joining us once again. So do you have an idea of who we're going to try to recruit next, Mystic?
Yes, except I'm having trouble reading the map. Okay,
that's been a constant.
No, it hasn't.
That's been a constant struggle of ours. Oh my gosh! It's not like it's a very easy map to read. I'm not here to completely rag on you. Just a little bit. Are we back at Pirate Isle?
Yep.
Yay! Hey, homeboys.
I'm not gonna talk to anybody.
Not the POW. Not even POW.
No, POW's the one we're talking to.
What? Wait a second. Everett goes, what are your preliminary reactions to Myst 4? Mine? Well, let's do the voice acting and I will.
Vice, we wanted to ask you to do something for us. We really wish we could go with you and help out, but we're still too young, I guess. Well, that's what our parents say. So instead, we want you to take POW with you. He'll help you out instead. POW, POW! Pal has always been there for us. Whenever we needed someone to cheer us up, he was there. And we were just thinking that maybe if Pal could come go with you, he could cheer you up whenever you needed it, you know? I see. Well, then Pal looks like you're the newest member of my crew.
You hear that, pal? Vice is going to take you with him. You're going to get to sail on that big ship with his crew.
Pow! 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 The peak of voice acting.
A jester of sorts. I like that.
All right.
Everett goes, what are your preliminary reactions to Miss 4? And generally goes, I hope Safi gets to see Spire and Serenia at some point. We will. I might do that on my free time, just because I am curious. I also want to see more of this acting, because I've only got to see a little bit of the recastings they did of the brothers, Sirius and Akinar. I could tell who was who because of the hair, but like that was just, there was like one little clip of a memory of them like tussling with each other, and that was it.
Yeah.
So, what are my preliminary thought reactions to Mist 4? I'm glad we have a game that acknowledges that this family needs help.
You have found Moonstone Lake. A truly rare sight, a waterfall that runs through a vein of moonstone. The water plunges from above to carry bits of moonstone, and it is said to have mystic attributes. It is believed that those who drink the water enjoy a long life.
Ooh, it's like a Fountain of Youth situation there.
I am so tired of reading text on beige backgrounds.
Do you want me to read text on beige backgrounds for this one?
I'm just going to say, after my hour-long reading books in Skyrim video that just went up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you have a good
Father
voice
of
for
the
it.
Nibbin. No. It's... No.
So, if you want to hear Mystic's dulcet tones...
and terrible voice acting, because for some reason I decided to do that still.
Oh my god. You do have a good voice for... I mean, we've both been told that we have good voices for podcasting, like genuinely, by people who would have no problem telling us otherwise. So, generally it goes, I mean, the subtext of every Myst game is insert patriarch here, really messed up. I mean, that's fair. If that is generally a theme in those games, and it would be interesting to see why Rand keeps going to those themes. Maybe just because it's the kind of stories that he's examined when he was reading as he got older and became more of a storyteller. But I think that Mist 4 does it in a really good way of, like, obviously Atris is being self-reflective and trying to be a better parent to his youngest child while still trying to repair the damage that's happened with his older two children. And I appreciate that we're having a conversation about that seems very realistic rather than just kind of sweeping it under the rug and like, oh, well, we have Geisha now, so we'll never have to think about Sirius and Akinar ever again. So, and if it were my family, I don't think, like, if little Buddy ended up being like a murderer, I don't think I'd introduce my younger children to him on a regular basis. Like, that's just the problem I have with that. But Atris is obviously a parent who had problems that I called out literally the first episode we ever did of the show.
Overcompensating is what I think we're trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. Generally goes, I don't think it's really Rand thing considering it's not really a theme in Abduction. I think he just wanted the franchise to focus on family drama. Well, I mean, in the sense of where is Rand getting like his inspiration? What are the other stories that he's liked growing? I'd have to do more reading on what has inspired Rand as a writer, as a storyteller, so to speak. Because I'd be curious to see if it is stuff with family drama, or if he just inherently decided to put family drama in a story that's also about exploration and puzzles and uncovering facts, like solving a mystery.
Vice, it's you. You actually made it back to the Dark Rift. Yep, and that's right. Everything was beyond it, too. You really know how to rub it in, don't you? You know how much I wanted to see what was on the other side? Don, it's not too late. Why don't you come with us? We can sail together. In fact, I think I heard you say this as we were flying away.
He's too drunk to remember, obviously.
Well, there isn't much I can do other than sail, and I sure haven't done that in a while either. But if it's a sailor you want, it's a sailor you'll get. Let's go, Captain. I'm going to sit back down now.
Don has joined your crew as helmsman. Everett
Great, the drunk driver.
Yeah. Everett goes, if you want to live stream your playthrough, you might get a good audience. I'd be willing to do that. Live stream a playthrough of Myst 4. If you don't mind my snark in the midst of it. And then Everett goes, the problem with family drama theme is that we never get a good sense of why the boys went bad. I understand. And I feel like it's a very modern idea of like needing to know the root of the problem, too.
So I tried to dig that up when I was doing Myst 4, and it gets convoluted because the timeline gets weird.
Right.
So it's like, 8 is when Tiana dies.
Mm-hmm.
And Syrah starts being like more withdrawn and stuff, but we don't know when the black ships come into play from the non-canon comic book, which was canonical until they
refused to.
So it gets kind of wibbly wobbly and hard to kind of parse what comes first.
Yeah. Yeah. Generality first goes, hooray, you hired a drunk. Is that beneficial? I think it is mechanics-wise, but I think in reality, that's definitely... Like, if we were going to write the HBO series that is Skies of Arcadia, that's going to be a burden. Generality goes, Book of the Black Ship tried to explain what happened with the boys, which is why it's so disappointing that the comic failed. Yeah, that's exactly what Mystic's getting to. If the publisher was just not so stubborn to not take
We're having a lot of publisher problems with our stuff lately. Myst has a problem with the comic book. Unreal has chapters out of order.
Or out of order entirely. It's just crazy. Not everybody has that sweet, sweet Dark Horse Games relationship like BioWare has for Dragon Age. Everett goes, I could see Sirius conniving in secret, but apparently no one noticed Akinar's pronounced mental illness. But also, we're assuming Atris knows what a mental illness looks like, too. Like,
That's
let's
true.
Atris
the amount of people Atris has been exposed to in his life is not great.
He's so profoundly limited in his experience. He didn't really seek people outside of his own family until Gen took him in. And that's a problem, guys. Like, that's a huge problem. And one of the first people he met outside of his own experience with his family, one, he couldn't pronounce her name right. Two, he ended up marrying her. Like, he doesn't have a lot of people outside of his familial circle that he's realizing the importance of that, hence why he tried to make the world for the Denis and everything. But it's just really unfortunate that he just doesn't know. So I don't know if Atris would know what a mental illness looks like, and then even if he thought that there was something going on with Akinar, what to do with that? Generality goes, I don't think you need more explanation than they grew up around unlimited wealth and started thinking they were entitled to it. That's probably a good point too, you know? And not only unlimited wealth, it's like wealth in a way that we can't understand because, you know, most of us here live in this capitalist terms of wealth, but we're talking about like not even the ability to basically have your own playground be made out of thin air because by your father knowing how to write a specific language or your mother knowing how to write a specific language, like that is insane. So I don't know. It is, and like.
I'm not 100% sure I'm going the right way because I'm not following a map at this point.
And at this point, I will say, in this point of the games, Yisha seems to be more well-adjusted, and that's because it seems like she's grown up with other people outside of her immediate family in her life. So there are other adults and possibly other kids that she knows that she can relate to. We're only assuming what those relationships are. I mean, and she also knew the people of Serenia in a way as well, but I think it's a little different.
Did I?
Uh-oh, did you?
Yep, I fell for the Lost Woods. Okay.
Everett goes, those are good points. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about, and it's always funny how these Skies of Arcadia playthroughs have essentially become, like the first 20 minutes are us talking about what's happening with a Cyan game one way or another. But they have the thing that makes them so great is that there's so much to talk about. So there's so much to talk about. And we probably could have more of a roundtable discussion about it overall.
Yeah, we haven't done a mini episode in a while, but we've done a lot of other patrons, either timed exclusives or exclusives in terms of, like, we have the Unreal stories, we have the early stuff for Laura Idukin and Lorik. So it's just like, okay. How much more can we do?
Shout out to our patron Stoy for breaking the tie for Laura Idukin's romance as of this moment. So we'll see, because we're basically keeping up until we've met all the romanceable options. But I don't think it's going to matter much in the long run. So I've also thought about, I have to see what my free time is going to look like in the future, because there's some projects I have to get done outside of just in general finishing this career switch I've started months ago. And I think after that, though, I'm hoping I'll have more time to just live stream games in general, possibly similar to, I keep thinking I might want to do Twitch, but really YouTube's been easier to manage. We don't show our faces. We already have the channel up. I mean, I guess if we really wanted to use, our program just to stream on both, we could, but I feel like there's certain games I would love to play through that are a bit more like in-depth story, very story-centric, that I would love to play, or also just to like chill there's plenty of people that are playing Stardew Valley for chill, so I don't need to do that. So, ever it goes. I know some disagree, but Yisha's story arc is ultimately an abomination. Oh no. Ooh, don't tell me anything else ever, because I know Mystic's going to cover that in time, and I'm happy to wait. But, oh man. I will say this, and it's excuse my, my little background coming up with, literary analysis. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a misunderstanding of, how to write a woman character. Because I'm assuming she grows up and then we follow her as a woman, right? Mystic, looking to you to confirm this. He's really not gonna let me. Okay, well, we'll see what happens, and then I'll make my critique then. That's just an assumption about what might happen. So, oh my gosh, if they fridge Yisha, somebody's gonna have to. Generally goes, yeah, Yisha goes through some stuff. I won't elaborate for spoiler reasons. Thank you for not elaborating. I appreciate you guys not spoiling it for me. If I have a reason to be angry, you guys will hear it on the episode. I will do my best to not yell through the microphone and hurt everybody's ears. There's plenty of...
It's not the way I would have written a character. I'll go that far.
Okay. Did you already save at the save spot? Did you need to? Or?
No, I'm trying to find Robinson. I don't remember where he is. I just know he's in the rift somewhere.
Tisk, sir. Tisk. One game I was thinking about live streaming, not with Mystic, but, with a live audience, was Disco Elysium, because I love it. And I've spoiled the ending for myself, and I keep meaning to finish it, though, because it's one of those games where the journey is, half of the point.
You also have to cover that one.
I'm going to, but I want to play it through first, because it's a very detailed, well-made world. I have to also, though, consider the fact apparently there's been some issues with the team that made it. Apparently one of the leads of that game might be problematic, and all I know are the headlines. I haven't really looked into it. I know, all your faves are problematic. I'm not saying we're not going to cover it, but what I am saying is I just want to know what that is before we do cover it, just so that way we acknowledge it appropriately. If there is something to acknowledge, which it sounds like there might be. And it might be just, unfortunately, that same tale of toxic creator culture. where because somebody is either thought to be a genius or is a genius, they're allowed to get away with really bad conduct. Oh, we can't upset the genius. I hate that stuff. It's bad for any creative development. We let too many, movie directors get away with stuff like that. We let too many people in theater get away with stuff like that. Too many.
Can you look up where Robinson is in Skies of Arcadia?
Okay, let me actually look that up because you guys are not here to listen to me.
Not to dissuade you from talking, more just don't want to be sitting here forever going through.
No, that shouldn't be the whole stream. We're not here to. Okay, I'm bringing it up on the wiki. Robinson's Wreck is in the only chamber of the rift that has one entrance exit. It will appear as one standard lit Rex, and it will be straight ahead from the chamber entrance. Why does it say it like that? Like, is there anything? I don't see anything that tells me that I should be. There's nothing here to like unhide some spoilers or anything. I don't know. It's not one of those sophisticated ones. I don't know why I would do that. That's frustrating. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Did you find a ship containing one moonberry?
I couldn't even tell you. That would have been back the first time we came through.
Roberts. So I'm looking at a forum.
That was easy.
2005. Not surprising. I'm assuming this refers to the ship hanging upside down in the 3-story chamber immediately after the Black Moonstone chamber. However, I have quote-unquote explored the ship 40 ways from Thursday and got nothing, but this chest used to contain one moonberry. So to answer the question, I don't know. Alright, let's see. When you search a ship, instead of receiving something and then the lights going out, the game will load and you'll find yourself beside the ship. Robinson was there. You gotta check each vortex in each ship according to this. Thanks, this is really helpful. Person posting from 2005.
Well, that's fine. We can go back to chat. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Everett goes, I think there are 3 morally shocking parts of the Miss canon. One is Yisha's story, and another comes later in Miss 4. You've not interacted yet with the third. Okay. Which is funny because you were saying, Mystic, that essentially fans think that the first 4 are first 3 are it, and they don't even count the 4th game after that.
Some don't count the 4th game, and the Uru and the 5th are kind of a wild departure that some fans don't consider them. Some fans don't consider them worth it. Other fans generally do love their Uru.
Yeah.
Mist 5 is definitely contentious at best.
Yeah. Generality goes, morally shocking how, as in you think it was insensitively written. Well, let us know, Everett.
I believe this is the one with only one entrance and one exit. Am I wrong?
I think this looks like it. And it's probably a ship that's upside down from what little I could tell. That's the only entrance then?
That was the exit.
So that's the only entrance too then?
No, there was another entrance.
Okay, so this isn't the one, in theory.
Okay.
Get lost with me, get lost into the rift. We'll sail around the skies and look at other ships adrift. Come fly. I don't know what the heck I'm doing right now.
I just want there to be another abduction game so we can talk more about abduction.
Yeah.
But I'll take Firmament instead.
I wonder if you could do a sequel with the way that set that up, considering
You could just have it be different, like a non-human race.
it wouldn't be linked to what originated those characters getting to their places where they were abducted to. You know what I mean?
It could be whatever abducted people abducted other races as well, and a totally non-human group of races.
Well, they already had non-human groups.
I know, like no humans at all involved. So now we're exploring multiple alien aspects, not just a human world with alien aspects.
It does get hard to relate if you don't have a character that's alike enough. It's hard, you gotta. It takes
I don't know
a
if
lot
I'd say
of
that.
really skill
Because
to do that right. I would.
Outer
think.
Wilds,
I think that still took some skill though. That took some skill to figure out what would make those appealing and relatable. Because you can't just assume that every alien.
no, I'm not saying it can't be. It's going to be 100% alien, but the story that you're writing cannot include humans.
But I think it's harder in like that the kind of puzzle game you're talking about rather than Outer Wilds.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, that looks like there's something there.
Yep.
Cutscene.
Here we go.
Hey, we got through this together, guys. Journally goes. Wait. Oh, I'll read this in a bit.
Moonberry. All right, let's see.
Ragged old man.
Sir, are you all right? Did you get shipwrecked in here? I'm Vice, a Blue Road. What's your name? I don't know. Huh? I can't remember anything from before the shipwreck. I can't remember my crewmates' names.
It appears that he has amnesia. Poor man. The shock of being shipwrecked must have been devastating. I wonder where he's from.
It's so weird to hear your Fina and your Aika talk back to back.
They're different enough, and that's very intentional. So. How did I say Polly's voice now?
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh. And also, how is she here?
She's with us, remember? We brought her on as a cook.
I know, but like, I thought she'd stay on the ship. This is like an away mission, so to speak. Polly goes, It's you! Oh, thank the moons I found you. I didn't.
Oh, hello, Fire. You came out of nowhere.
Your hair's a little longer than before, and you've got a beard now, but I know it's you. I'd never forget you. You're my husband, Robinson.
Robinson? That's my name?
Yes, that's right. It's me, Polly. Don't you remember me? Anne and I have been waiting for you for years.
Polly? Anne? Wait. Robinson. Polly? Anne? Anne? Yes! Yes! Yes, my name is Robinson, and I remember my wife Polly and my daughter Anne.
Yes, that's right.
Do you have any new information do you remember that has not been given to you in this conversation?
Seriously.
Yes, I remember now. Polly, I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried. I'm so sorry they left you alone for so long.
I'll never let you go again.
Nor will I. But
Wow.
it seems like you're more woman than when I last saw you.
You haven't seen me in years, and that's all you have to say to me?
Your name was Vice, right? Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because of you, I've been reunited with Polly. Polly tells me she's a member of your crew now. I'd like to go with Polly. Can I come aboard your ship as a member of your crew? Of course. You could always use more help. You should see a doctor.
Are you serious?
We have one.
Yeah. And a
Not
communications
the best of
coach.
shape, but I still remember how to sail. I can at least do that much for you. I haven't seen you in 10 years. You're fat.
Really? Like, what? There's much more of you than like, oh my god. Yes, because she was stress eating about your bearded butt. Jeez. Generally, it asks if it was morally shackling. Everett goes, unfortunately, going back to our conversation a bit ago. I'm not counting bad guys who are bad. Rather, the creators seem to be weirdly oblivious to the moral implications of the story. Generally goes, I think there's a kind of sequel hook at the end of Abduction if they wanted to expand on it. And that's true. They did, because you don't know exactly where they actually landed to once they land. Either ending you get. If
you get the bad ending, you're kind of done.
Yeah, that's actually...
Just like we did.
Whoops. We thought we unplugged it in time, and we did not. Everett goes, I'm surprised that Cyan did nothing further with the abduction story. That canon also lent itself to a novel game combination. That's true. It really could have, definitely.
Considering how long it's taken to get the Book of Merim out, yeah.
When we got Robinson, generally goes, it's Herman Tooth Rot. That's a Monkey Island reference. Yeah, I don't know.
I have played Monkey Island. It has been decades. Yeah. I was not good at those types of games back then. Not good at them now either, but...
All I know is the naming conventions are a bit corny, and I'm not mad at it, so...
Those names are fine. Well, I guess intentionally bad names are fine.
That was easy.
I know the series well enough to know that that's kind of the whole point. That it's supposed to be kind of cringe-inducing. Alright. Half one things goes, that's the second biggest monkey head I've ever seen! Thank you, we needed that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what, Mystic? If you see me after 10 years, after you've been shipwrecked, and you think I got big, keep that to your friggin' self, okay? I don't care, amnesia or otherwise. Probably smack you upside the head and be like, oh, it's better without you.
So the reason I was also laughing was because I was playing him as kind of not having spoken so long with the raspy voice and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm laughing because you haven't spoken in 10 years, and this is one of the first things you say.
Right! Oh my gosh. Everett goes, also, if I'm talking about Cyan overall, a fourth moral shocker is the ending to Abduction. Having played that, I'm trying
That
to
was
think
easy.
of...
Yeah, I'm not quite following that one, so please...
Yeah, let me know what implications we
We're not worried about
missed,
spoilers
yeah.
on that one, because we've already played through that.
We have a whole Let's Play on our channel if you want to watch, what was that, 8-9 episodes that we did?
Yeah.
So, which was fun. So if you're not able to play it yourself, feel free to watch through that, and then we're talking. I'm trying to think of what would be the implications in that one, other than being abducted is okay. Which, yeah, that's kind of a morally dubious thing, but.
This is not a crew member, but I figured we're here. I might as well expose Safi to this.
What is this? Generally goes, I can understand some criticism of how abduction is written, but I wouldn't really call it morally problematic. Debate time. Let's go. Let's do old school Crossfire from No, we should not. Oh. What is this? What are these?
I'm not gonna do all the bird noises. I'm just trying to find the damn jam right now. No! Go away! There we go. We're gonna talk to the big ham chat. Chirpy, chirp, 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 chirp. Be quiet, chirp. Seffi's face.
Oh.
What do you want, chirp? Whoa, who is this old guy? I am the ham chow hermit, chirp. I'm their friend and caretaker, chirp. This is our private paradise, chirp. You're invading our privacy, chirp.
This man is hiding secrets on this island, and I need to know what they are with his...
You really starting to bother me, chirp. If you don't leave soon, I'll have to spread bad rumors about you, chirp.
To who? The birds?
Okay, chirp. I'll tell everyone about the way you fight. I better hope you've been brave. First off, the number of times you've chirp engaged in battles would be 260 times, chirp. Chirpy chirp, you are probably able to get here very little effort. On top of that, you've defeated 909 enemies, chirp. Seffi's giving me all the looks.
So this is like how they track the stats?
Yeah. And the number of times you've run away from battle, chirp, is... Chirpy chirp, you've never run away from a battle, chirp. You're either really slow or really brave, chirp. Lastly, the number of times that any of you has been knocked unconscious during a battle would be... you 1 time, Ike 0 times, Fina 0 times, Drachma 0 times, Enrique 0 times, and Gilder 0 times. You must be an incredible fighter. You're just too good. You rarely ever get knocked out, chirp. Well, there you have it. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me about, chirp? If you don't want to ask me anything, that's all right, chirp. It just means that I can go back to taking care of my ham chows, chirp. I wish I was born as a ham chow. That's why I wear this bird outfit, chirp.
God, that is so scary, guys. That is gonna haunt my dreams forever. Generally goes, okay, this is problematic.
This and Zipper T Bunny in Animal Crossing.
Oh, gosh. This is just...
Should we do Animal Crossing at some point?
Oh, for the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like we could do... I don't know how we do the Let's Play. You'd have to show me how we could mirror that or switch to...
Oh, no, not Let's Play. Just for lore. Like.
Yeah, just for lore. Well, we would need to do a live stream of it, so...
No.
Man. An old man in a bird suit saying he's going to spread rumors about you. What? I'm just flabbergasted. Flabbergasted, guys.
Who else do we need? Engineer, Hans, Merchant is... Artisan. Who's the other artisan?
Yeah, we only have 3 more people we need to get. Excuse me. Oh, man. I'm still mad at Robinson for what he said to Polly, guys. I can't get over that. Bigger than I remember? And you're nothing but skin and bones, I'm sure. Holy guacamole.
I'm trying to remember where, I can't remember his name even. There's like an old, Yafu Toman man who's either a merchant or an artist, I can't remember. But he's like high up in the sky. But I don't know if he's down here or all the way over here. I'll look that up separately. Let's not dive into that.
Okay.
The other one I can think of is Hans, who would be in Horteca. I can't think of who the last one is off the top of my head, though.
Do you need me to look something up right now, Mystic? Or?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We do have a bounty we can go get.
Okay.
Let me get my bearings. So north. There was a bounty, and we should go to Sailor's Guild just in case. So I think we're gonna go to Knoxville for
Okay. Bounty tag.
that. The bounty's at Nashville as well. So.
Makes sense.
Oh, is this something that's important?
Oh, this high up island here?
This one? Oh. I never part from the rest of the world in this quiet place, making my home with the flowers and the insects. I'm grateful that you took the trouble to visit me here, so I'll tell you a little secret. North of the land's wheel of moon, there is a wonderful flower called the balloon flower. It is very powerful. You will also find a huge flock of insects that flutter in the wind if you travel to the land where Ixotaka meets the land of the red moon. Travel high in the sky to find flutterflies. Fair enough.
Can't be called butterflies.
You have found the lupus.
You want me to read this? You got
Sure.
it. An ancient species that predates the Ixotacan civilization, the Alupas live quietly in the forest. Their calm, proud demeanor has earned them the name Sages of the Forest. They are also known for choosing their mates for life. So basically, they're less promiscuous, calmer bamboos. That's what I get from that. Or at least I'd have to read more on baboons to see if my description is accurate.
Sorry about that.
I think it's accurate though. We'll see. Oop. We're going fishing by running into jellyfish.
Yep.
That's how fishing works, guys. Look at this little outpost. Oh,
You've been here.
I didn't recognize it from the way we approached it here.
That's fair.
So. Still super beautiful level. Very impressed with how they made this look.
I'm assuming we'll be able to get Hans. I'm not 100% sure.
Hans.
Maybe we just, maybe we just had to leave Hortek at that time and come back. But...
I'm thinking of Hans and Franz right now for whatever reason.
Oh, Mr. Weiss, I'm finished with my job as factory technician. I'm ready to join the crew of the Delphinus like we agreed. All right, Hans. It'll be great to have you aboard. Thank you, sir. I won't let you down, Captain Weiss. I don't know what I did for his voice before, so just go with it.
Yeah, I mean, my memory for other people's voices is very... I remember the Empress is kind of, sort of, and then that's it.
We got all the main characters down.
Mm-hmm. That's what matters. That's the ones that you guys have to keep hearing over and over again.
I couldn't even keep characters straight when I was reading Skyrim books yesterday.
Well, that's different because you don't have as many visual cues either. It's just the text.
Well, and not just that, like, every single book I'm going in pretty much blind. So I don't know the race of a character, and I'm terrible at race to name.
We should do a fundraiser where we do like a fan reading of all the stories of the Lusty Argonian.
What?
What is it called? The Lusty Argonian?
Oh. Lusty Argonian.
Yes. Just, do that for charity.
Alright, let's go. Oh, God. Let's go to Nasrid. East, northeast.
Northeast, okay. In E, baby. Not to be confused
Well, I said
with,
east, northeast. So E.
with Northwest. The child. I believe still there. Mystic is just mad that I mentioned that.
Not having to worry about battles at all.
Oh, fishing! Get them jellies. They ain't too high to be eaten. It's actually highly suggested that you don't eat most jellyfish. There are some jellyfish you can eat, like spotted jellyfish, but most jellyfish I'd avoid. Especially if you see a man of war, get out of the water immediately. I remember when I was a kid, I used to be really into like sea creatures, just reading up on them, and just knowing how poisonous a man of war. I was like, however, it's giving us his explanation
For
what was the morally problematic situation in
abduction.
abduction. Here it goes. Here's a short answer. You show up in another society that decide to return to their home planet and override them as they sleep, including multiple elections among the humans. To do so, you lie to a disabled person that you will help, but then sabotage the work specifically by using his impaired walking to your own advantage. Meanwhile, you could just wait until everyone awakens and gathers. Then you could give your dissenting opinion, try to get another vote. Thus, the so-called good ending is only good by comparison to the bad ending, which you never experience in world. People should see you as a saboteur who stranded them on a huge green field. Realistically, the next scene after the credits should be everyone lynching you as they despair. Absolutely horrendous ending. That's an interesting reading of abduction. Huh.
You know what? You look an awful lot like one of those pirates on the wanted list. Wait, is that the Legend of Ducat's coin? How did you find it? I'll pay you 20,000 gold for it. I hear you defeated one of the bounties. Well done. Here's your reward. You earned it. You just jumped from topic to topic.
Wow. Just hopping around everywhere. Well, I mean, we're getting a coin. Yeah. Can we sell? Should we sell the Ducat's coin?
I don't know.
So.
Oh, we got a couple to look at. All right.
Whoa.
Once thought to be a hero, the once blue rogue Vice has been reported to be robbing the people of Nasrid, along with his two female accomplices. Perhaps Vice is nothing but a lowly scumbag of a black pirate after all.
Oh yeah, you gotta resolve this stuff. You want me to read this one, or you got this?
Raiding aboard a gaudy ship plated in gold, this pirate has been known to attack all who cross his path. A wealthy Yafutoman, he has been seen traveling near the lands of ice. It is said that he throws money at his opponents, confusing them in a fight.
As in, like it's a blizzard of dollar bills? I can't see.
The infamous leader of I jumped ahead. The supposed leader of an infamous clan of bandits, nothing is known about his true identity. Nobody knows where he is from. Little is known about his fighting tactics other than his use of explosive powder. Avoid this attack at all costs.
All right, let's see.
Oh, let's sell some info. Sorry, let's sell some info.
Sell discoveries information. Because we probably have a good amount. Yeah. We got a lot. It says the same thing every time, guys. You're not missing anything as he speeds through this. I'll just put it generally goes, I don't think the Hunrath people had a decisive opinion on what plan to follow. We might want to have a specific, like, extra episode about this, because it's an interesting idea.
Okay.
So I'd probably want to dive more into what the text of abduction actually says. And yeah, sorry.
Wait just a minute. I almost forgot. Here, this came addressed to you.
Uh-oh.
You receive a black spot.
No!
It's a message from the Angel of Death. Sounds like you're in trouble. You better watch your back out there.
We're so tired of seeing her.
In every port of any size, you should always find a branch office of the Sailors Guild. I suggest you pay a visit.
Whoopsies. You gotta go down through the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see them. I believe we have to leave and come back. Which is fine. Annoying, but fine. It is an interesting take that there's colonialism in, like, a colonialist bend a little bit to abduction in that regard, on like a personal, like jumping in, taking on whatever, and then Mist is very colonial.
Yes.
I'm very curious to see what happens with Firmament, but of course I have no idea what Firmament is about. I just backed it because it was
Well,
sand.
let's just say this, and there's some more discussion going in the chat. I'm not going to go into any further just because I don't think I'm going to be able to present it well just reading the points that are going back and forth here. So, guys, I hope you're not offended that I'm not doing my usual thing with that. But I will say this. It is almost impossible for us being subjects of a colonial power, because that's, as much as America's power is waning in a certain way, we're still a colonial power when you think about it. We still have external territories that we occupy and take care of. We still kind of expand our influence, even if our influence is not expanded in essentially straight up takeover and basically, claim land as our own. There's definitely there's ideas. But it's hard to escape that influence as a creator when that is the whole world we grew up in.
That's right.
And I think that's part of it. So, look at this clone.
Shepherd. That's what
Oh God, is this?
No, we can't get too deep into that.
So, hey, doesn't that guy kind of remind you a little of somebody? Or rather, doesn't he remind you a lot of somebody? Those are probably the people that have been going around Nasrad pretending to be us. Vice, we gotta do something.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, and they all have like those Tinder
Oh
eyes.
there! Well, if it isn't Vice. I never thought I'd actually get to meet the real you. The pleasure is all mine. Whoa, who the heck are you guys?
I know! These are the creeps that have been going around pretending to be us.
My name is Vice. I used to be a traveling entertainer. My specialty, impersonations. Lately, I discovered that whenever I impersonate you, people just throw their money on the ground and run away screaming. It's really made my life quite simple. I don't do a thing and I get rich. All thanks to you. It's like taking candy from a baby.
How am I gonna do this? Hey there, big boy. I'm Anita, but I'm sure you'll remember me after today.
Big boy.
Uh-huh.
Forget that red-headed man girl and come with me. I'll show you the true treasures of this world. So gross. Guys, Vice is a minor. I don't know how old this woman is. Hey! This girl's starting to really get on my nerves. Oh my god. I'm fine. If we kill you, we'll become the real Vice and crew, and nobody will be the wiser. To tell you the truth, you guys are a big thorn in our side. We're going to have to ask you to die.
Which, you see, leaves us with very few alternatives. And I believe that is the fate. And I believe that it is fate that we have met you this day. So, in order for us to live our life of luxury, we're gonna need to kill you. It's nothing personal. Really. Don't think we're just gonna let... I'm having trouble keeping track of them. Don't think we're just gonna sit here while you creeps wow. Don't think we're just gonna sit here while creeps like you use our names for your own greed. We'll sell this aboard my ship. I knew you'd say that. The real advice would never in his right mind think of endangering the lives of the townsfolk. And while we're out there, we might as well take your ship. That would complete our image like nothing else.
Do they have their own imitation crew too? Because that's the only way that's happening. Considering how many.
No, but we're just gonna drop a moon on them, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's true. Dropping a moon is definitely. Generality's like, man, girl. Everett is like, sorry for writing so much. It's not a short point to make. You guys, I'm glad that we're actually fostering discussion. That's the kind of discussion I like to foster. Is like essentially like deep diving points on what's in the text of a video game, and that's kind of to our point of like thinking of video games as art. They are when you start calling something like a text or a piece, it means that there are parts to the whole that kind of build up into almost like a theme idea. Which is I love analyzing that stuff. I'm such a dork. I'm such a dork. Notice how the Anita thing flaps are kind of cut in a way where they don't cover the same parts that Anita's. I mean, Aika's flaps do. So they very intentionally are trying to do some.
Drop a moon on them or blue robes?
Which one's more likely to just kill them outright?
Probably the moon.
Yeah, let's just do it. I'm tired of their
Can you guys do this? Like,
do you guys have a moon? I don't think you do. Oh, also, are you guys going to kidnap the wayward Prince of Valor? Are you sure about that? Because that's right. Because he only has like the Fina and Aika imitators. He doesn't have an Enrique imitator. You probably could find one, and it wouldn't. Just dropped a moon. I love how I solve all my problems by just dropping a moon on it.
We did it!
tuna cutlass, swirl meringue, and a focus.
Swirl meringue? What's a swirl meringue?
It's a weapon for
I was gonna say, it sounds like a dessert. Like a light, fluffy...
Hey! Okay. How'd we get back out here?
I think you literally kicked their butt so hard that they landed back where you met them, and you're like, we're not gonna kill them, it's fine.
Okay. We give up. You guys really are the real deal. I never imagined you were so strong. I'm being serious. Just please let us live. We promise not to do anything bad anymore. We're really just big fans of yours. You wouldn't kill your fans, right?
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
Come on, big boy. Just let us go, please. This is pathetic. I told you I never should have gotten involved in this kind of stuff in the first place.
If you guys promise not to use your names to do evil deeds in war, we'll let you live.
So, what do you guys plan to do from here on?
Well, we won't be making trouble for ourselves, that's for sure. And, well, we are former entertainers. I figure we can just run a Vice and Crew lookalike show. We could probably make a decent living off of that.
I don't know whether you guys really got it together or you're just a bunch of flakes.
If you're ever in the neighborhood, please stop by. We'd love to have you as guest stars on our show.
Wow.
Kind of just like, so that happened.
So, that's the day when I beat my lookalike to a pulp.
With a moon.
With a moon. Generally goes, oh, hey, you have a tribute act. Apparently, but it's not as cute as like a drag tribute act. It's just a bunch of former thieves tribute act. Like, I don't like. Hated it.
Oh, it's you. You are Vice the Fearless. Well, welcome to the Sailors Guild. It's an honor.
So you can turn in that bounty.
Wait, is that the... Oh, we did that already. Here you go. Your reward for your work. I've heard quite a bit about you lately. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you. I think my Vise and my Guildmaster are very close. It has been revealed that it was not Vice who committed all those dastardly deeds, but a fake who used his name to further his own greed. The fake has decided to give up piracy and has started a Vice lookalike show.
Don't you like how their costumes aren't even the same color? Like, I understand why they do this as a game design-wise, but...
Yeah.
If you're thinking of it practically...
On that note, probably a good place to end it, and we'll go to the Maw of Tartarus next time.
I feel like we spent half of this episode talking about Cyan games rather than actually... So what are we doing the next time we play, Skies?
Maw of Tartarus.
Okay. And so next Thursday, we will be doing the Let's Play of the first hour of Gris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Episode is available for patrons right now. It'll
Yes.
be available on the 31st for everyone else.
So the last released episode for 2022, this is our last live stream of 2022.
Yes.
So thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to seeing you next year.
We're not going to do the joke. We just look forward to seeing you next year.
No, we actually do. We do honestly look forward to seeing you next year. Feel free to, yeah. And now we've got another episode idea. Thank you, Everett, for bringing that up. And thank you, everybody, for joining us on these live streams generally. Oh my gosh. I love having you guys to talk to. So, all right. We'll catch you all later. I guess I've done enough gushing, right? I've done enough gushing.
Thank you all for watching.
Thanks so much. Get you next year. Hearts to y'all. Bye.
Bye.